these are the same people, mind you, that were defending Joe Biden during 4 years of watching someone spin in with dementia, Alzheimer's, some form of cognitive, degenerative cognitive disease. Hey everyone, it's me, Anthony Cumia, and this is Whipping It Out. Don't be alarmed, I know. It's just my little 15-minute podcast, so subscribe, won't you? Today I want to talk about the rabid liberal hate, disdain, and wish for harm to our president, Donald J. Trump. Have you seen a lot of posts on social media lately? Has been they're saying Donald Trump. I think there was a rumor that he was dead at one point. God forbid. God forbid. But then other ones came out that he was very sick, gravely sick. He's in the hospital. He hasn't been seen in a week. Yeah, it's Labor Day week. That was, I think even Donald Trump, the workaholic he is, does enjoy some time off away from the media for 10 minutes to play golf and hang out with his family during the Labor Day weekend. And what did they do? They came out of the woodwork with pictures. Look at him. He looks terrible. Look at his hand. His hand is bruised. I heard, my sources say, he's gravely sick and in the hospital. These are the same people, mind you, that were defending Joe Biden during 4 years of watching someone spin in with dementia, Alzheimer's, some form of cognitive, degenerative cognitive disease. And now they just can't get enough of saying that Donald Trump is on death's door. He's very sick. There's no proof. There's no videos or photographs, credible ones anyway, especially photographs. But where's the videos? I mean, we had 4 years of video of a man, Joe Biden, in the throes of dementia. He couldn't walk. He's falling down the stairs. He can't speak. They protected this guy while, of course, God knows who was running the nation, Obama, Clinton. But another thing I noticed with this whole thing this week is their hope. Their hope that something is wrong with Donald Trump. Their glee when these rumors were spreading around that he actually had passed away. You couldn't find happier people than liberals, Democrats, mental patients on social media. They were cheerful, happy. And therein lies the big difference. When we knew Joe Biden was mentally impaired, not fit to be the president of the United States, dementia, he had dementia of some form. There wasn't this happiness. There wasn't gloating every time you saw a video of this pathetic old man not able to do some of the simplest tasks. And this is our president. There was anger, and that anger came from the fact that a man was supposedly in the White House as president who could not function as a Walmart greeter, never mind the president. And you didn't see this happiness. Good for Biden. I hope he rots. It just wasn't there. There was overall this feeling of pity for the guy, knowing that his horrible wife, Dr. Jill Biden, was shoving him out there, doing everything that she was told that she had to do to keep this guy in office, drag him across the finish line for the 2024 presidential election, which they weren't able to do. He was obviously too far gone. And all the while, the same people you see right now cheering at this rumor and lies that something's wrong with Trump, something's gravely wrong with Trump. Those are the same people that were defending this guy to the hilt. You could not tell them that the president of the United States, Joe Biden, was in the throes of dementia. They would fight back. The mainstream media would lie to the American people about his cognitive ability and his physical health. We found out very, very shortly after he was out of office that he had very advanced prostate cancer. Oh, they didn't know that before. Oh, they didn't know that during his time in office, right? Is that it? Yeah, that's it. The lies. And now more lies about Trump. Look, Trump's 80. He's an 80-year-old man. I don't know many 80-year-old men. But the ones I've seen, for the most part, are in a lot worse shape than Donald Trump. I mean, we've seen Trump over the course of the years. He's very active. He's not afraid to get in front of the media and speak. He's been one of the most transparent presidents ever when it comes to media access. And with all that time spent in front of the cameras and microphones, if there was any Alzheimer's or dementia, believe me, they would point it out. They point out when he's being sarcastic or funny, or, anyone trips up a word or gets something wrong as far as a name of a foreign dignitary. And this is so rare when Trump does it. It's so rare. Biden was doing this every single day that he was in front of the camera. They kept him away from the cameras every single day. But when he was, you could guarantee there was going to be what they would call a gaffe. Oops, Biden had another gaffe today. No, he had another example of his dementia. His progressively worse dementia over the course of his time in office. So, these rumors come out, and we've seen these rumors. They come out about Hollywood celebrities and everything. This one's dead. That one's in the hospital. And then you realize it was all nonsense. Trump has some conditions that 80-year-olds get. It doesn't seem like anything serious from what we've been told. He's still out and about. He's golfing. He's talking to the media. And all they can do is try to make it seem like he's on death's door. And again, the biggest part of it is this want and need for him to be sick, and celebrate on all the social media platforms that you see. These liberals, Democrats, Hollywood royalty. Ugh. All you see them crowing about is, oh, good. I hope he's dead. Oh, I hope he suffers. And, again, I'm sure there were a few people saying that about Biden. They say it about any politician when they pass away, regardless of their party. Someone will say something. They're insensitive pieces of shit. We get it. But overall, there were so many of these people, and the usual suspects, all the morons and dopes and jerk-offs we see posting about Trump since 2016. And now that a rumor came out, and it's since been dispelled. I mean, it's debunked, whatever you want to call it. But they were just jumping on there going, good. I hope he's dead. We just weren't saying that about Joe Biden. One of the reasons being that Kamala Harris was his vice president. You know, talk about out of the frying pan into the fire, from bad to worse. No one wanted to see anything happen to Joe Biden where he could not continue, even under false pretense that he was cognizant of what was going on, but continue as president. We were sitting there crossing our fingers that nothing would happen to him. But the liberals, they can't stand J.D. Vance as much as they can't stand Trump. If anything happens to Trump, of course, Vance, God forbid. Oh, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph and baby Jesus, God forbid. But Vance would take over. And I truly don't see much policy change under Vance. You'd obviously get some differences, but truth be told, you're getting the same administration for the most part. Tough on crime, tough on immigration. They want to continue the deportations, continue going into some of these just crime-ravaged cities and cleaning them up. I don't see that changing under a J.D. Vance presidency. So the fact that they're cheering and hoping for the death of the president, Donald Trump, is, again, just stupid, short-sighted. These are people that are very dumb. They're low IQ. They don't have the ability to see 5 minutes in front of their faces as to what the big picture looks like, what would transpire if, God forbid, we lost Donald Trump as president. They just don't know. They're emotional, over-emotional, emotionally disturbed imbeciles that just want to see someone they don't like die. That's pretty much where they're at. You know, we felt bad. Joe Biden, he's a sick old man. And his dumb wife and whoever the powers that be, Obama, Clinton, are just shoving him out there. He's tripping over his own untied shoelaces, walking like he's got that stick up his ass. And it was sad to watch. We were looking and going, oh my God, this poor bastard. They won't let him just rest. Right to the end, Jill Biden just shoving him on stage. Go ahead, Joe, get out there and run for president. And, you know, we felt bad for him. No one feels bad for Trump. And Trump's actually trying to do stuff for the people of this country, for America. You know, this whole D.C. thing has been unbelievable. I think last night they didn't even have one felony arrest. They couldn't find a felon on the streets of D.C. to arrest. They've been making so many arrests, getting illegal guns out of the hands of these felon thugs that are killing each other. And all you get are protests. We can't have Trump come to our city and solve the crime problem and the violent murders that go on in our city. We don't want that. I'm reading social media, we just hope he dies. That's the mindset of the left, people. It is unbelievably disturbing. They are mentally ill, over-emotional, and have no grasp on the big picture and what might transpire, what might be the consequence of these things that they pray happens, like the loss of Donald Trump. But good luck. He seems, Godspeed, Donald Trump. He seems okay, and I hope we do see him back in front of the cameras and microphones after a while. I would assume he's spending time with his family and over this long holiday week, and perhaps even a little bit of trolling. He sees this happening and goes, yeah, I'll wait. I'll really get him wound up, and then I'll come out in full Trump form. We'll see. We'll see. All right, people. That was, I had just whipped that out. Keep everything. Don't worry.